Yeah. What's going on, everyone? I know it's a late episode, but I had to play a 7-on-7 game with no subs. I'm tired of this dog shit. My legs hurt. I have never done that much cardio since probably football, and I regret it to this day. I regret it. We got a lot to talk about, y'all. We got 2 weeks because last week 3 of us said we weren't doing the show. I probably wasn't going to do the show anyway because of how Richmond played. Show was about to get canceled. The whole group chat and Slack was about to get deleted. Oh yeah, I was very on edge. I can't even be on edge because we deserved not to win that game after how we played. And Cassini took his shirt off against us, and I was like, "Fucking great." Yeah, but we got a lot to talk about.
Now I see the tattoo. All right.
Yeah. It's like, by the way, we are watching Yoko versus Chat while we're recording this, so be ready for some live reactions. We got a lot to talk about, guys.
Is he going to introduce the show?
I am.
They know what they're watching.
Yeah, exactly. At this point, you know what you get.
It's the cold open episode.
We got 2 weeks of games to talk about, and a lot. But by the way, welcome to Walking 90. I'm your host, as always, Yogi McBar. And no coach has scored again.
Bro, I'm still behind. Thanks for that.
Sorry. You'll see it.
Get off Spectrum. Get off Spectrum.
No, I can't. There's no other option. It's AT&T, and that's worse.
Oh my God.
We are struggling here.
Joining me on the show today is a couple of my good friends. We got Eb over here, who is no longer in charge. I don't know why she said that, but it is what it is. How are you doing, homie?
I'm good. Chilling. Just chilling. My team struggled these last couple of days, so, just vibing.
Yeah, I feel you. Well, hey, the most important thing is y'all won the North Carolina Derby, right?
Let's go. Yep.
Yeah. And the team that lost to North Carolina Derby, Mr. Kyle Carr, who's also the Henny Derby champion.
And that's more important. And that is the important part.
That is, because y'all got the dog shit kicked out of y'all the following Sunday.
You know what? They were too busy. They were hungover, too busy partying, too busy celebrating. That's fine. It's fine.
I just need someone to post that photo of Kyle with the bottle of Henny straight back, like he didn't have to be a father after that game.
Oh, I was fine. Yeah, I didn't have to be a father. The kids were in bed by the time.
His tongue was on the stopper, so it wasn't going down, so he could look like a badass in that photo.
Right?
He's like, it's like shit. If Sterling wakes up in the middle of the night, it's my turn.
Also, so I don't know if y'all listen to Forwards Backwards podcast, but Kyle was on the podcast. He was like, "Man, they had a free kick at the top of the box, and I got so nervous because I don't know if they're going to score it." And I just wanted to be like, Richmond, you do realize what team you're talking about, right? This team doesn't score.
You do realize Ford Madison set pieces. Like, I had my back turned. I was not taking any chances. Richmond scored late? When is the last time Richmond scored late? Out late. Last fucking Henny Derby.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, outside of that.
Bitch.
I totally forgot all about that.
I did it.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I totally did.
Ow. Oh. Never mind.
Yeah, so no, I was not feeling until that final whistle blew. I was on edge, so I was not going to watch that free kick. I had my back turned.
Yeah, I had no faith in it. And also, last below is the guy who drove.
I wish I
all the way to Kansas, Missouri. Whoever knows what Sporting KC is,
Kansas.
Are we sure? We're sure they're out of Missouri because I've seen them play Missouri.
I'll Google it. Hold on.
They put that line on their jersey and everything.
They'll claim any city that's taken. They'll claim any state that's taken them.
Right.
They want to claim Nebraska too. So,
well, no, I'm just really saying, like, Kansas City be like, "Oh, we Missouri," and then the Chiefs come and be like, "Oh no, we Kansas," but then they be like, "Well, no, we Missouri," and this is all stupid and confusing.
Okay, so like the stadium is in Kansas.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, do we need like a third grade geography lesson here? Kansas City's both in Kansas and Missouri.
Yeah, it's really stupid, but
that's what I'm saying. That is stupid.
So this is how you know Yogi doesn't listen to Tech 9.
No, I don't.
I mean, I feel like every time he doesn't have something to say, he says KCMO KCK as like a question. So I think that alone would be enough.
No, Still stupid.
Yeah, I mean, it's like on the other side of like the border. It's about like, yeah, it's really stupid how they do that. Just
well, it's weird that they
both
have the same
else.
Name, right? But neither of them are going to budge at this point.
Well, no, it's they're too far gone.
Still stupid.
It's still stupid as hell.
It is. It's very dumb. Guys, I guess let's go ahead and start off with the U.S. Open Cup. We don't have to dive super deep into it, but Union Omaha did not progress. But Chip, your team made it the furthest out of everyone.
Yeah, it was pretty sweet. I think if you guys, and you guys referring to the general audience as a whole, if you missed out, over 1,000 Omaha fans made the trek down to Kansas City, state redacted, to watch the game. Pretty cool. I posted a couple of videos on my Twitter. I know the teams posted a couple things. There's a really great photo of the players saluting all the fans after the game. That's about all there is about the game. 1,000 plus fans showed up. Super cool. And, great time with the Kansas City folks. They're all super nice. I know a lot of them from Bayern Munich soccer stuff, and there's a lot of Sporting KC fans in Omaha. Yeah, it was a good time. It's a shame that the result was what it was, but there's only so much you can do about it. And, I think, again, I think I'd have more clarity after, sorry, Kyle was saying something and I thought he was.
No, you finish. I'll throw
the game's being stupid. I did post a poll on Twitter saying, so Omaha fans, what else does the team need to do to have a successful season? And like 25% of the Omaha fans said make the championship still. So it's like, man, you people can't be happy with fucking anything. But I mean, I don't know. I think that's a hard question. I thought I'd have a little bit more clarity after the final on kind of what the Open Cup meant to the city and to the team and to the fans and everything else. But
do you think it's a score that has that kind of, like, if the game was closer, do you think it would be like,
I think a little. I think a little bit, because that is a really sour note, and that becomes the focus of it. Was you got blown out, like you weren't even in that game, as opposed to we beat 2 MLS teams. We were a third division team in the round of 8. I mean, there's a lot of really good positives, but I just think losing the way we did was not a great way to go out. But at the same time, Omaha fans are never happy. So, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, true.
But no, huge for the city, and we'll see long term what effect that has. I know that the team has had a lot of people in the community reach out. I know that at the game there were some people, I don't know what capacity they were in, but a lot of people that I know from some of the stuff I do outside of soccer that are all executives at big companies here in town and everything else. And, hopefully they use that as a nice pitch to fund the downtown stadium, or at least money for digital ads.
There you go. Fingers crossed. Hopefully Union Omaha and Greenville, they're 2 teams that need their own stadium. It's getting to the point now where they need it. They need it. Also, NOCO, Fuego as well. But really,
NOCO's working on it. They're working on it.
Yeah, they are. But they need it. They
okay,
need
but so the thing that I was saying, what the fuck too, is so Sporting Kansas City, their administrative office is in Kansas City, Missouri, downtown. But the club, like the stadium, the clubhouse, the practice facility is in Kansas City, Kansas.
Thank you.
This is fucking stupid.
So they're trying to. So I see now where Charlotte is trying to get this shit.
Yeah. This is tax evasion.
Yes.
Yeah. Right. Thank you. Somebody is hiding drugs in the stadium.
Well, I will say their stadium.
Fuego and Sporting Kansas City. That is it.
Yeah. Their stadium's beautiful, but it really is in the middle of bumfuck nowhere.
Well, yeah, because it's fucking Kansas.
Well, like the bar, like everything around there closed at 10, and even the stuff around there was like.
Isn't that made for
Kansas?
Wait, didn't they build everything around the stadium to be
but it's
for the stadiums? Why are you closing at 10?
Because it's still fucking Kansas.
Yeah, that's fair.
Well, and it was a bunch of gross chain places too. Like we're like, where can we go en route to like get a beer and something to eat before we go to the game? And my friend from down there's like, there's nowhere to stop. He's like, if you're going straight to the stadium, there's nothing that you are going to want to go to. It's like there's a couple chain places. Go to one of those. They're not good, but they have beer and they have food, which meets your criteria.
it checks a box. All right.
Yeah, I mean,
Whew.
all aside, the stadium is beautiful and everything else, but yeah, it is in the middle of nowhere, and hopefully nobody in the Omaha front office got any ideas about how they could have 18,000 people at their game in the middle of nowhere, and we can't have near that in the middle of nowhere stadium we have. But that's an aside.
Baby. It's coming. All right, well, we'll move on from that. We'll go ahead and move on to league stuff that happened because last Wednesday was, once again, very stupid. Chattanooga 7-1 over Charlotte, who looked like they didn't care about defense. And NoCo beat Fuego 4-1 in the Fire and Ice Derby, which sounds like a Trojan condom rapper, which really isn't.
Wow.
It is.
I mean,
It is.
You're not wrong, but damn, I was thinking this is some dumb Game of Thrones shit. And
It is. Just saying.
Who let him say that on camera?
I've said a lot worse.
Actually, that's fair.
well, you haven't said a lot worse. You have tweeted a lot worse.
Oh, yeah. That bet. Whew.
No, we're not revisiting it. Anyway,
What?
we're not revisiting it. Next.
Okay. Like, we talk about these two games in tandem. First of all, let's talk about Charlotte. How bad has it gotten with Charlotte? Because at one point they were near the top of the table. Do you think they're kind of like falling back to where they are? We're going to talk about the points per game and the pace and everything like that. But just Charlotte as a whole, like, why can't they get it right with any of their goalkeepers? Because this is their fourth goalkeeper in 5 games.
So
I
we
think
still
this
haven't
is where.
answered.
Oh, I was gonna say, like, this is where the tape is now coming out. Like, now you have tape, now you have film, now you can do actual scouting, because that's kind of the tough part. Other than, you know, a Greenville, an Omaha, a Richmond, Tucson, like teams that brought back their head coach, you at least have an idea of what their game plan that they're aiming for. Well, with Charlotte, it's like we don't know what the hell they're gonna do, and they came out guns blazing, all attack, and we knew like the defense was suspect. We knew that, but they at least had enough goals to make up for that suspect attack. Well, now the goals dried up until this previous Sunday. Like, the goals dried up all month of June. I think they had scored 1 goal, and that was in that game. And it was like the defense never got better. So when your defense never gets better and your attack is no longer able to basically duct tape over those flaws, it was only like that is what happens.
So remember going into this month, we were like, what the fuck is what is this team? We don't know. And we're coming out of this month and we're still going, what the fuck is this team? We don't know. We like on the previous pod, we were like, you have to fight chaos with chaos. It was, and the Kickers did that. The Kickers came out with chaos, and Charlotte didn't know what to do with it because it was a different type of chaos that they were getting from other teams. And then NCFC were like, well, we don't play chaos. We're gonna sit back. We're gonna like make you play, and they couldn't. And then it was a counterattack, and then it's 2-0. And then they get to Chattanooga. Chattanooga is literally full force chaos, but a different type of chaos than they're used to as well. And they demolished. Backline didn't know what to do. Keeper was out. Keeper got chipped from like 30 yards out. Like, what the fuck?
I think these two last weeks alone, I've seen some of the worst goalkeeper I've probably ever seen in USL League One. It's been bad.
Like
I don't know. The goalkeeper just was like, hey, bro, we not doing that shit this week, bro. We on vacation.
Basically, we have 2 good keepers, 1 good keeper, and then a bunch of I don't fucking know after that. Like you have Akira and Nuhu, like good keepers. You have Christensen, who's a good keeper, and then it's like I don't fucking know.
Well, okay, I would say you got 2 right below Akira and Nuhu, and Christensen and Yara in South Georgia.
But
did you see Christensen?
Fuego, and then you're like, well, maybe not.
Yeah, Christensen had a bad one.
Christensen got beat bad. Yeah, he got beat bad.
But that's
he tried to clear it and he cleared it across the box, and they just
if I was
it in.
Bro, I would have faked the injury.
Well,
I'd
I'm
been like,
assuming
I mean,
Coach,
it helped keep our streak alive,
sir.
but that was so bad.
that was,
Like,
that was for Pride Raiser. That's all. Everyone's chipping
Yeah,
in for Pride Raiser.
that's what he did for. He did it for Prime Raiser.
come on now. Like, what are we doing? What is this team? Because then they go, as we'll talk about in another game, then they'll come and go up 6-2 on again, but we also know that Ford can't fucking defend a set piece or for longer than 30 minutes at a time. So
No, okay, so when we get to the hit, I will explain how Fort Madison is and why Richmond played right into their head and Charlotte did it. I'm gonna explain
Right.
it. This is gonna make perfect sense. But right now, if you're watching live on YouTube, which you should be, every Thursday, the time varies. Just be aware of the time. You see, Charlotte is at the bottom of the table. You would think a team that scored 6 goals in the last game would have a positive goal differentials.
No.
They don't. It's -10. They have 1 win, 4 losses, 7 goals scored, 17 given up. That's the most in the league.
Before Sunday, they had only scored 1. They had
Is that
scored
the right
one
table?
goal
One goal.
before that Sunday.
But hey, you know the crazy thing is too, Kyle, your team, Fort Madison, had 11 goals scored, only 6 given up before that game Sunday.
Yep.
Y'all literally doubled it. Literally doubled it. So I'm just saying, like, Charlotte defensively has been the worst thing, but I think that's just more so of the case of like that goalkeeper position for them, man, is fairly weak.
It is honestly the
weak.
the Abe Simpson revolving door, Jeff, where he like walks in, puts the stuff down, grabs it, and walks out. That's all Charlotte's keeper situation is right now.
It's weak. It is weak. So we got that. What other game am I missing? Oh, we'll move on now to the Henny Derby that happened on Thursday. Look, I will be honest with you. The first half of that game, Fort Madison should have been up 1-0. Akira made an amazing save. Neil scored an amazing shot outside of the box. 1-0 Richmond. I'm still nervous as hell. And then Cassini scored 2 goals out of nowhere. But that's because Nathan Ani got hurt. If Ani didn't get hurt, we're talking about a whole different game. Maybe a 1-1. But the reason why Richmond lost is because Richmond played in the Fort Madison hand. Fort Madison, what I've realized is that y'all want to play wide. Like y'all want to stretch the field. And Richmond hates that. Richmond does not want to stretch the field. But when you force Richmond to stretch the field, we're like, I don't know what to do with this. And we get caught and y'all causes gaps everywhere. Because we're thinking Cassini's going to say central. He just starts to the left. And I don't know, like, for y'all that watched the game, Kyle, you was there. I don't know what I don't know what Gordon was doing, but he was not being a right winger. That man was playing centrally on top of Chizago.
That was kind of the funny part of all of it, because it's like if you want to beat Fort Madison, like going through the middle is both the best option and the worst option, because they only have 2 center mids. Because you have your 2 center mids, and then you have your 3 in the back, but they're more or less acting as fullbacks off the ball because the 2 wingbacks are further up the pitch, because both of those wingbacks are more prone to be more on the attacking side, whether it's Maldonado on the left side. And I mean, they had Alvin Jones, so he was more of a natural wingback, but whether it's Gebhardt or whoever, but like going wide is not the plan because they always have someone going wide, while in the middle, it's just the 2 mids and whoever's the middle center back. So when Richmond, and that was kind of the good thing for Richmond, is they just decided we're just going to cramp up in the middle. It's like, okay, well then we'll just force our guys to the middle. We'll force the other 2 center backs to also come in. Instead of, they should have stayed wide. That would have dragged out those center backs, would have forced Ford Madison to do something about it. And then it's more, you have Terzaghi in the box. You can have kind of like what happened with the first goal. If you can do give and goes or give the threat of give and goes, then you have that. Then, whether it's Bolaños or whoever, it just drags them out of position and decided, you know what? No, thanks for coming in center. We're also going to come center. It worked out. I think for Ford Madison, though, attacking wise in the first half, it was weird that they could have had 2 goals. But yeah, Akira had 1 goal and the offside. Rewatching, I don't know if that was offside. Like the second one was definitely a handball. Like I can't argue that, but. No, it was when it went into halftime. I felt fine. I was like, they will get a goal. They will get at least a goal. I feel confident on that. They looked good. They looked fluid in the attack. It's just it just couldn't work out, whether it's offside or handball or Akira being ridiculously good.
Yeah. Look, I will take my L with pride. I will take it with pride.
And it's been like a week, so it's like you've had time to recover.
Yeah, it's fine. Now, if we would have lost to Tucson, y'all would have had no fucking show tonight. You know, his show would have been done.
I just want to point out the most out of pocket person that night was nobody involved with the game, but was rather Gio dropping snapshots off of the USL Discord of Brian talking about how much he actually liked Madison jerseys.
Oh yeah, Gio was wild. Love you, Gio.
Look, I see nothing wrong. Facts were spitting, and we just had to make sure it was out there for everyone to see.
Well, Gio was airing out other people's dirty laundry, so I don't mind airing out his little bit. But Gio was at family night while he was doing this too. So I'm sure he's
a family man.
I'm sure
he's a family man. Okay,
doing
this
whatever.
Is the same man that took a PlayStation 5 with him to USMT team, man. You think Gino give a damn?
No, Gio's watching his kids.
2 fucks.
Gio's watching his kids playing in the park or something, and he's just like, you know what? Fuck Brian.
He's like, you know what? Violence button.
This is the same man that took a PlayStation 5 after being outside in -5 temperatures. It was like, you know what? I'm playing some FIFA. That man don't give 2 fucks. He just not.
He chilling. He vibing.
Right. So that's the Hitty Derby. We move on now to Saturday. I'm gonna go through these results real quick. You got Greenville getting 2-1 win over Northern Colorado. Chattanooga losing 1-2 to FC Tucson. South Georgia Cemento losing 2-3 to Union Omaha. Central Valley Fuego winning 3-2 over North Carolina FC. Guys, what result caught you most by surprise, and which result?
What happened Sunday?
We're going to get to Sunday. We're going to Saturday right now.
Okay. I just want to make sure we talk about Sunday.
Yeah, we're going to talk about Sunday.
We're definitely. I'll go for it.
I mean, it's fine. If we're going to talk, like, if I got to be here to talk about the Henny Derby win, I'll talk about what happened Sunday. But Tucson in Chattanooga again was a what the fuck situation for me. Like, that was it for me. I was just like, again, Chattanooga, what are you doing?
Tucson has more wins against Chattanooga than any other team in USL League One right now.
But Tucson sits at the bottom of the table. Never mind. We're trying to keep going.
Tucson has almost as many wins in Chattanooga as Chattanooga does.
You know what this is? This is Richmond, North Carolina last year. This is exactly what it is. That bottom of the ranked team, there can't be no one else. Always find that one team that we always like, oh, you know, they can do something. And they just keep steadily knocking them off with these dumbass results.
It's like you're fucking with their playoff teams. It's like, fuck.
Well, and the crazy thing is with how tight the table is, Chattanooga not being able to figure out Tucson might cost them a trip to the playoffs.
Right.
They're -6. -6 points versus Tucson of the year.
Right.
It's not like they drew them twice or something. It's like, oh, that stinks. Like, no, you lost twice to the worst team in the league for now.
I think we're all fair in saying, like, Tucson's going to be the worst team in the league.
Well, I don't understand Tucson because they have 3 wins. One was against Tormenta on the road when they were down a man for the whole second half, and Tormenta just could not seem to score. The other 2 are at Chattanooga. That is 3 other wins. I don't understand it. Like I said, Tucson has a better record in Chattanooga than Chattanooga. Chattanooga's played 9 home games and have won 3. Tucson has played 2 games in Chattanooga and has won both.
Which is the crazy thing because, like, we've all talked about Chattanooga being this house of horrors for so many teams. It is not that. Like,
and then Tucson's like, okay.
Right. And this is the same. Yo, this crazy. There's 2 teams in the league that have yet to win a home game, and that's Tormenta and Tucson. They have yet to win a home game.
But Tucson out here beating Chattanooga. Jesus Christ. Bottom of the tape.
Also,
have more
Tucson
road wins
only
than-
has 2 road wins in one of those against Chattanooga. I mean, this is so stupid.
Tucson is a better team on the road than Greenville, NoCo, Madison. Like Tucson is the 4th best team on the road.
Right. They're the 4th best team on the road. With a negative goal differential of 3. This league is dumb. Meanwhile, Charlotte is
Tormenta's
the worst
second,
team.
by the way. Tormenta's second best road
This league
team.
is fucking stupid. This league is fucking stupid. Charlotte got the worst road record. They're 1-4 with 3 goals scored and 16 given up. What the fuck is this, man?
But where are they sitting in the standings? 5th.
For now.
Oh, this league is stupid.
Once Omaha has their game in hand, it's like made up, and Charlotte will start falling.
Yeah, I think the meat grinder of progress has started in Omaha.
Oh God, I hate this league.
So I think the result that we were all like, what the hell is that Chattanooga Tucson? I think another result that we were all kind of just like, is everything okay? Is kind of that Fuego North Carolina FC matchup because
Okay, first of all, let's talk about this because they awarded a goal that didn't cross the line. That was the second goal.
Yeah, that's USL League One. Okay, next.
Yeah.
And then the
We have
third
one
goal.
of those
The third goal, the player literally chopped my player down and then scored on the header.
and he did. He took him out clean.
Ruled out. And the ref said nothing. And then he literally popped up, header straight into the back. I'm like, yo, this can't be real.
This league is stupid, man. I tell you, this league is dumb. This is also the same league that before Wednesday, we only had 1 8-goal game. Do you guys know what game that is?
Wait,
No.
before Wednesday?
Before Wednesday, we only had
Like
1
in the whole
8-goal
league or
game.
just that season?
In the whole league. Like
That was
in the
that
league system.
ridiculous Tormenta Fort Lauderdale.
Yep. That was the
Oh,
only four, and that ended in a draw. It was 4-4. Since Wednesday, we've had 2. We've had 2. Chattanooga 7-1. Fort Madison losing 6-2. Charlotte, who was in the middle of all of this.
Of both ends of it.
Right. Oh, damn it.
If you can't handle me at my 6-7-1 loss, you don't deserve me at my 6-2 win.
Hey, look. And despite all of that, still have a negative goal differential of -1. Like, what is this?
Stupid.
Everyone wants to talk about Sunday. We'll move on to Sunday. Yes, it was 6-2. This game was dumb. It was stupid. And even despite it being 4-2 at one point, we were all like, Charlotte's going to fuck this up somehow.
Exactly.
I was really hoping that whoever runs the Forward Madison account was going to take a page out of Charlotte's book and just post the old, "Aw, geez.
Hey,
Aw,
yo,
geez."
So, that was the funniest thing ever.
I mean, what do you
Because that was the
post when you're-
commentary, right? He was just like, oh.
Like, what do you post when that happens? It's like, yeah, yep, it's bad.
Well, it was, again, they went into half. It was 3-0. I was like, okay, this isn't great. And then they got the goal. I was like, oh, 3-1. Yeah, they can score 2 goals and get a draw. Like, they could totally do that. And then it was 4-1. I was like, okay, well, whatever. And then it got another goal. I was like, back in it, 4-2. All right, let's go. And then it got to 5. I was like, okay, Kyle, shut the fuck up. It's over. Stop it.
Nah, man.
Well,
That
it was
game
just, and if you look
horribly
at game
hilarious.
flow, if you look at the game flow Twitter page, and it shows Ford Madison against Charlotte and how it was 6-2. Ford Madison still had a higher fucking XG and lost.
If anything,
Stupid.
Madison
Dumb,
couldn't
man.
find the CLT.
Please, dumb.
Just
Please.
every goal that Ford Madison conceded was just like, what the fuck are you doing?
Bro,
Like, that's the part that's annoying. It's like, this was all self-inflicted.
M can attest to this. I kept tweeting Kyle throughout the entire game. Why the fuck couldn't y'all do stupid shit like this against us? Like, there was one point Phil gets the ball at his feet and he just looks around and was like, I'm just going to slightly tap it.
Well, there was a warning sign from Phil when he was like creeping outside the box and it was like a moment of hesitation. I was just like, well, that wasn't great. And then 5 minutes later, has that mistake in the box. It was just every goal that Ford Madison conceded was just like how the fuck do you just let this happen? And then the set piece, which is part of the course. So you know what? That's the only good thing about that game was that was a loss. And it's just you burn the tape. You just acknowledge it was a shit day and you move on. Like, there is nothing you can take away from that game except some guys probably didn't help themselves. Burn the tape, move on.
No. I think that's the kind of game you keep the tape on and you show guys like, this is why you're not starting.
Oh, yeah, no, like, definitely some of those guys, it's like, you're not going to play, and here's Exhibit A and B and C. Or maybe we should get another player for this position because I don't know about this.
Also, I don't understand how Phil is not under fire at goalkeeper. I understand. Like, a 6-2 game is not always the goalkeeper's fault. At some point, it might have been the midfield defense broke down. But the mistakes,
yeah,
that's the thing where I'm like that's the difference between Fort Madison and having that home game that y'all been wanting for the last 3-4 years, you know?
That is truly what is going to hold them back. And I don't know how much fire Phil is under, but to have two very bad mistakes like in this season, like two very avoidable and two very bad mistakes, doesn't help. And then he turns around and, has like the player of the week performance against Richmond, like way back. However, it's like, okay, I need more of that. I need more of that. I need more of the assure. I don't know. I
don't know, man. It's go back to a quote that Matt said to me before. Like, there's a reason why guys are playing in this league because they don't have the talent skill to keep it up for a full 90. Like, they can do it for 60 minutes.
Well, and Chip and I were on that interview with Mitch North when we interviewed him when he was signed, and he said, like, you don't want to be the guy that makes a mistake because it's very blatantly out. Like, you don't. That's the problem if you try and play out the back. You do not want to be the reason there is a mistake.
Yeah.
And all we keep seeing, we see Phil with it twice. We saw Christensen with it. Like, guys, this is not a league where you can try and pass out the back and ticky-tack your way out of it. Like, no, just yeet the ball as far forward as possible. Just keep it simple.
Let it go.
And that's fine. Like I said, that game was just a fuck it, whatever.
By the way, I agree with Gio. G's will be on mugs, t-shirts, stickers, buttons.
Hey, no, dead serious, yo.
I'm ordering the Walking 90 OG stickers as we speak.
Yeah, see?
No, hey, yo, for real.
Right now.
If we're serious about making merch, like, that should be the thing. G's.
Geez, guys.
All I could picture was someone in boat shoes going, geez.
If it had gotten that bad and Ford Madison would have tweeted, it would have had to be an Ope OG. Like, Ope would have had to be included in the OGs.
No, you know what y'all should have done? Just go back to start tweeting Ford Mingo facts.
Oh, no, they did that.
Oh, they did?
Yeah. It got to that point, yes.
Oh, I missed it.
At least for the 6th goal.
Yeah, it was like Mingo fact. Oh, and they may have scored. I was
no, Kyle, that's the perfect time for Charlotte admin turn his paycheck and on the goal thing just said, let me squeeze right past you there.
God, I would have died.
Oh man.
I love this league so goddamn much.
It's stupid. It is so stupid. Like, I was on For the Culture last night, which, by the way, go check them out. And I was just like, they were like, oh man, I miss my midday soccer, and once MLS goes on, they're all MLS guys. I'm like, dude, fuck MLS. Y'all need to come watch USL. Like, this league dumb. Like, I'll say it again because it only makes sense when you say it out loud. A Team A beat Team B 7-1, then lost to Team C. Oh no, they beat Team C 6-2. But Team C beat Team D, who's at top of the league, 2-1. This league is dumb.
And had beaten Team E, who was also top of the league.
Yep.
Right.
Meanwhile, Team F is just chilling. They're on the bottom half, but they just went to the quarterfinal of the U.S. Open Cup.
League is dumb. And also, I know we don't talk a whole bunch of USL Championship. We leave that up to our other show, the USL show. But Phoenix is like shit in the bed. Meanwhile, Memphis is at top of the league.
That Aaron Malloy effect, apparently.
And Charleston, who, if there's any team in USL Championship that need to drop down to League One, it's Charleston. When you lose to Atlanta United 3-4, baby, come on. just come on down. Just come on down.
Yeah.
It's bad.
No,
it's
bad.
It's bad.
I don't know what's wrong with Phoenix. Like, that is the baffling. And the defending champs, by the way, also second to last in the Western Conference.
Well, that's explainable because they traded away half their talent. Like,
still,
half their talent got pulled out. Like, it's dumb. It's utterly dumb. So now we move on to last night results. Greenville gets a 3-1 win over North Carolina. FC Tucson loses 1-0 in the game that probably was a boxing match to the Richmond Kickers. Also, Bolaños had a wonderful strike in that game. Eb, once again, We'll talk a little bit more about NCFC, but like, do you think this team, are they the team right now where like they can do all wonders at home, but when they get on the road, it ain't working for them?
Well, that's the thing. Like, it was opposite at the beginning of the season. Like, they were grounding out results away from home, and they were getting the scrappy 1-0 wins or getting those 1-1 draws, and then they just couldn't figure it out at home. And now we beat our rivals at home, and now they're making silly mistakes on the road, and it's coming up to, I mean, for one, that 3-2 loss, we're going to ignore it because there were 2 goals that were counted that shouldn't have been counted. But
I just want to say this. Ev, your team is probably the most consistent team in USL League One because y'all are 2-1-2 on the road, and y'all are 3-1-3 on the road. And all between that, y'all have scored 10 at home, given up 10, scored 7 on the road, given up 8. Literally, it's only negative 1 goal differential, but y'all are probably the most balanced team in USL League One when it comes in terms of results.
Which is crazy to say based on last year's results and where we were at this point in the season. They're young, which is not surprising in League One, but they've got a good mix. We've got Molina back, and he's scoring 2 goals in 2 games. Garrett is heating up. Like, he's leading the Golden Boot race, correct?
Yeah. Golden Boot pick, just want to put that out
there. And Skelton is forming that back line to what we need it to be. There's just, a couple things that need to be cleaned up. They got to do it away from home, just like they're starting to do it they got to do it away, just like they're starting to do it at home. Like you said, we are pretty much the most consistent team, which feels weird to say. It just feels like it's all compounding at once right now because of the coach of the month curse. That's still on my mind.
Which, by the way, I just want to say, Darren Sawatsky is doing a great job of not being reckoned for that. I love that.
I am wondering if the Ford Madison loss took Matt Glazer out of the running for coach of the month, because I was like, if Ford Madison would have at least gotten a draw, that would have been a whole month unbeaten, and I would have been scared.
So,
that's true.
He's
probably going to go to Greenville. He's probably going to go to Greenville.
Yeah, I can go to John Harkes. Yeah.
He's leaving anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Which I can't wait for, baby. Let's go. I cannot wait. I can't wait to get that message from Greenville. Like, we are sad today to see John Harkes leave. I will be popping bottles, everything. All right, look. When John come up to Richmond, I'm telling him, hey, bro, I'm already on the phone with DC. We offering this. Charlotte offering this. What we doing? What we taking? I'm trying to get them to Atlanta United, but Atlanta United is scared. They don't want to fire their coach.
They're not going to fire Pineda. You leave Pineda out of this.
Why? They fire their coach every 3 years. 3 years. Time is ticking.
This is his first year.
And Jesus, well, get him up out the paint.
You play too much.
We're gonna put John Harkes in Charlotte. Let that man thrive. Let him go to DC and harmonize.
Bring soccer to the Carolinas.
Right. That's what we're gonna do.
Cut his mic off.
Well, bring soccer
Bring
back.
soccer to the Carolinas.
Back to the Carolinas.
Ah, jeez.
We can. Gio.
Night. I swear, if I ever go down to Greenville, dog, like they gonna hate me because I'm gonna bring up this conversation later. So you know your coach leaving, right? You know he out. He's like, now he's dying. But like, all right, wait till the off season. He gone. Don't make that final.
They're gonna give security like a picture of your face. It's like if this man comes up, just deny his ticket.
Like I know he gone, right? Don't make the final. That man gone.
I mean,
Yogi's gonna go post on Twitter that he's going to the game, and then like a day later, he's gonna get some mail from the city of Greenville, just being like, "This is your restraining order from John Harkes."
But like, hey John, I got the house in DC ready to go, baby. Let's go. Let's do it.
I mean, to be fair, Greenville was the better team that yesterday. They dominated. Our backline looked like absolute garbage. It was a mess. I appreciate the assist from the goalie for Molina's goal. Appreciate you. We kept our streak alive. We've scored every game so far this season. Let's go.
I think y'all the only team to do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think y'all the only team to do that so far.
So chilling. We just gonna vibe. We're gonna toss that tape. We're gonna burn it, and we're gonna go into this next game feeling brand new.
Let's hope not. All right, guys. Chip, it's time for you to take over. We're gonna talk about the points per game table.
Sure.
Chip's gonna explain this to y'all, so I'm gonna pull it up. And Chip, my good man, you can take it away.
Yeah, so I've been posting this on Twitter like the past 2 or 3 years now. Essentially because this league sucks. And we have such weird scheduling, right? So none of the teams are on like the same amount of games. Like you've got Omaha who's played 10 games and everyone else who's at like the halfway point in the season. So if you look at the table and just don't look at anything else, you're like, oh man, Omaha sucks. How are they in the final 8 of the Open Cup, of their 8th in their league? It's like, well, kind of. So essentially what we're doing here is we are going through the number of games that people have played and the points they've accumulated in those games and calculated like a points per game. And then I use that to come up with like an end of season point number for everybody. So this is kind of like a way to normalize the standings so that there's a little bit better of an idea of where teams actually are. And so right now it's like super crazy. So Charlotte, who we've been bagging on all podcasts all year, who is 5th place in the table, is actually right now out of the playoffs if we go by points per game. And then Greenville, Richmond, not too crazy. The big crazy one here, though, is Omaha, who's 8th. But if we go by points per game, they're the 3rd best team in the league right now. And so it's just a different way of looking at things. And this is just an idea to get kind of a better handle on the standings. The biggest surprise here, though, is Chattanooga at number 3. But I have them just like barely in the playoffs, which if Yogi goes to the next one.
I got you.
This is going to be great for all the people that are just listening to the
on
podcast
Spotify.
We'll post these online and just go look at our Twitter.
This is why you watch the YouTube.
And so this final one is essentially like if you watch like F1, they kind of have that on the thing. They'll say whether people are gaining on the leader or going away from the leader or their previous lap. This is essentially what this is. This is like how are you tracking versus how you're doing. So I just took the last 5 games each team played, which ThoughtMob has now, which is super cool. And so these are the teams that are gaining pace off of how they've been doing all year and losing pace. So the big one here is Ford Madison. Ford Madison right now is 7th in the table. Before like this month, they haven't looked that great. I know I've gotten a lot of jokes off about them, but they are getting almost 0.7 points per game right now. So they are really like screaming up the table. And it's like you expect to see Omaha there, right? We knew Omaha was doing good. We knew Omaha would shake the rust off, and they're up there too. But there's only 4 teams right now that are building off their pace. And then if we look at Chattanooga and Charlotte is losing 0.7 points per game. And Chattanooga, despite how bad it seems they're doing, they're actually just slightly off pace. So just kind of another interesting way to kind of look at the table, especially since this league refuses to have any sort of like standard on how many games people play at the same time.
Speaking of F1, Nelson Piquet, fuck you. I hope you rot in hell.
Yep.
You two,
Can't
Max.
call black people the N-word. Oh, what Max said? What did he say? I didn't see what he said.
It was like, no, he's not racist because he's banging Piquet's daughter.
I was gonna say, is that his father-in-law?
Yes.
Yeah, so like,
hey, look,
he's not racist.
I'm not going to defend
no.
Max, but hey, that man gotta go home today. He can't be like, hey, my father-in-law racist. But
look, Max, you could have easily just said it was unfortunate. Like the comments were inappropriate and should not have been said. That's all you got to say. You ain't got to try and say he's not racist. You could have just said he shouldn't have said that.
He's not racist to me. That's what Max wanted to say.
I would hope he's not using slurs like that to the Dutch boy. Like that really doesn't make sense.
The great white hope of F1.
Kyle, your boy just scored.
See? Look at that golden boot race heating up again.
It's coming
and
live.
I'm still so far behind. Like they just called the foul, so.
Well, talking about that golden boot race, Eb, you got all that stuff pulled up for. First of all, let's talk about this power rankings. How much of that differentiates off of the points per game table? I would say right now, this points per game table is where I would pretty much rank everyone in the power rankings.
Okay, so then let's see. Points per game. I'd
probably put Madison higher.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay,
yeah. It's
like
not
higher
actually,
than
it's not too far bad.
I would put them 5th. I would put Ford Madison 5th. Yeah. Ford Madison 5th. And I would say that's probably it for me right there.
Just move everybody else down. I mean,
and switch Charlotte and Noco.
You want me to start from the bottom?
Yeah, start from the bottom.
All right. So in number at 11th, the words at 11th is Tormenta.
Really?
Yeah, on the power rankings. Yeah,
they haven't won, and
yeah,
they haven't scored since
yeah. I was just saying that's still weird.
10th is FC Tucson.
Yeah.
9th is Noco.
I will say, with how badly the power rankings column is, I'm surprised Tucson's not like second right now because they've won two in a row or whatever.
I'm a little surprised at Noco, to be honest. I thought they'd be higher.
9th? Well, I think this was before.
They had this after the Greenville loss, so I figured they would have. Yeah.
Let's see. 8th is Ford. 7th is Charlotte. I'm not sure how they went.
Stop. Whoever did this does not watch this league.
I mean, in fairness, if you put Ford Madison above Charlotte after Charlotte won in the fashion that they won, people would be like, dude, did you not watch the game they just played?
Okay, but Charlotte beat Ford Madison. Ford Madison beat Richmond, who were top of the table.
Yeah. I mean, they might as well just call the power ranking column recency bias column, because that's really all it is.
Yeah, this is bad.
I mean,
it's
sort of lining up though with your points per game.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not bad because in that 6 is Chattanooga.
I also, like I said, I feel like Noco should be higher.
Yeah,
Noco got to be higher.
Losing to Greenville on the road is not that bad of a thing. It's not yes, Ford Madison losing that badly is not helpful, but it's like losing to Greenville by a goal on the road is fine, and that's after you go and thrash Fuego.
I mean, in terms of in the power rankings, yeah, they should definitely be higher. Like they started, they only moved up one spot from last week. It makes no sense, but
yeah,
that's kind of. And then coming in at 5th is Fuego. They moved down one, even though they just beat NCFC 3-2. Union moved up one spot to number 4, which makes sense because of their win, but that win had a lot of ups and downs with it, especially after the week they just had. NCFC loses 2 matches, but somehow only drops 1 spot to number 3. Kickers come in at number 2, Greenville at number 1.
Yeah.
Greenville
one is the only thing that I'm like, yeah, Greenville and Tormenta are like the two where I'm like, yeah, that they should be there. I have no issue with Omaha's spot.
I just have an issue with Charlotte at 7. I don't understand how a team that have a historically bad month is 7th over Fort Madison and NoCo. Like, I don't,
because they beat Madison. That's bad.
But here's my question.
That's the only reason why.
Fuego gets they get a win against North Carolina, and while they had lost to Northern Colorado, are we saying that Fuego's win against North Carolina was more impressive than Fort Madison's win against Richmond?
No.
Or is NoCo's win against Fuego not as impressive as Charlotte's win over Fort Madison after they got thrashed? Like, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, I feel like the wins aren't like how they're valued. The wins aren't even compared to the losses.
But listen to the description. Listen to the description they gave Charlotte as they moved them up a spot. As previously mentioned, Independence had an all-time week, conceding the most goals in club history with a 7-1 loss before scoring the most goals in club history later in a 6-2 win. Where's the fan? Like, how are you comparing those two and then moving them upward? Because
at the same time they moved Madison down when they said another club with an up and down week, Madison down the top of the table kickers, but they reported as large as lost 6-2 to Independence. So but the thing about
based off of Charlotte's last month, Charlotte should be down there with Tucson and Tormenta.
Right.
Like, they should be down at 9th.
If NoCo and Forward should be above Charlotte, because let's be real, like we just said it, Charlotte has a negative goal differential even with those 2 games combined. Like, they still have a negative goal.
I will say this with the power rankings. It is interesting that almost every team has at one point been at number 1 besides 1, 2,
I think 2,
3, 4, 5. So like half of the league. So right now the only teams that have been 1 are Charlotte, Chat, Fuego, Richmond, Greenville. They're the only teams that have been at one point number 1. Omaha's gotten up to 2. North Carolina's gotten up to 2. Tormenta's gotten up to 2. The highest at NoCo has been a 6. The highest at Tucson has been a 7th.
Yeah, and in fairness, I think it all goes back to the fact that the league's been, to quote everybody who watches this league at one point this year, fucking stupid.
yes.
Dumb shit happens all the time, and it's like, what? And so I think it's what, after like week 6 or 7, we'd already completed the circle of suck for the league.
Yeah.
And
it's dumb.
Yeah, there's just all sorts of dumb shit happening, and I just think that's the big thing is, for the first time in the 4 years this league's been around, I wouldn't say there's necessarily a runaway person for the title yet, or even like a runaway like couple of playoff teams. Like last year, everyone knew Omaha, Greenville, and Chattanooga were going to make the playoffs and be the best.
Even Greenville was looking dicey.
Right. But
there was one point we were talking about Greenville is like, is this the time to rebuild?
Yeah, but it's like Omaha last year. We all knew Omaha was going to win the regular season. In 2020, it was very obvious that Greenville was going to win the regular season. In 2019, it was very obvious that North Texas was going to win the regular season. I don't know who the fuck's going to win this year. I don't know. It could be like 7 teams, 8 teams.
Basically, you could talk me into any team winning the regular season besides Charlotte and Tucson.
You know what wouldn't surprise me? Any team you can win.
Maybe Tormenta.
If Tormenta can figure out how to win at home, they'll be fine.
Yeah, that's true.
I think you could talk me into
the regular
playoff
season
team
and still get knocked out in the playoffs.
Yeah.
It wouldn't surprise me. It would not surprise me if the 5th and 6th seed make the final.
Yeah. We've only had one playoff upset ever in the league.
Quote unquote upset.
Well, that was Greenville over Lansing.
Right, and that was barely, and that's only based off of seeding. Like,
yeah.
Pattern
also-
has only had the
been
playoffs
for-
twice, so
Also, Chad Ochocinco is watching League One. He's watching this no-code
Yes,
Chattanooga
that
game.
is
Just letting you
happening.
know. Just like crazy. But
just
keep
so you
going.
get an idea of how massive this league is.
It's either you're watching with Chad Ochocinco and us, or you're wrong. Okay, that's where we're going with it.
Yeah. Welcome to the circle of hell, Chad. Circle of dumb shit.
well, the real question is why the hell? Let's put on our tinfoil hats. Why the hell is Chad Ochocinco watching League One right now? Is he just that bored?
Look, man, Chad Ochocinco will watch any soccer that comes on the TV. Like,
Yeah,
he
pretty much.
is,
That man will watch anything.
Where's Ocho? Let's get real crazy. Where is Mr. Chad Johnson from? Anyways,
From Miami.
Miami area.
Well,
Well,
that
okay,
doesn't
but
help
here,
my
and if
conspiracy
you think
theory.
about it, here's the other matches that are going on. The Charlotte FC played Austin. That match is over. New York Red Bulls played Atlanta United. That match is over. There is nothing else. There's some Canadian Premier League. Right now, Pacific is leading Calvary 2-1 at halftime. That's the only other thing that's going on right now. Everything else is done.
He had ESPN Plus on, and he was like, "Oh, I guess. Well, that's live. Let's go for it."
I'll put it on. Let me order this McDonald's real quick. Get this double cheeseburger in my life. Oh,
You think that Ochocinco was eating McDonald's at 10:30 at night?
He might be. He might have
Yeah,
gotten.
He might be. What you mean?
I mean, that man
Ocho
can do whatever,
crazy.
he can do whatever the hell he wants.
Yeah, true.
This is the same man that will tell you straight up, why are you trying to eat healthy? Just eat McDonald's, you'll be fine. Just do it. Chad versus Science is a hilarious thing. Golden Boot winner right now is Graham McLaughlin. He got 8 assist leader. My boy Jonathan Bolaños, he got 6. Best goalkeeper in the league. I don't think there's any surprise there. It's probably Akira because he has to stand in his head. Saves per 90 is 3.3. Save percentage is 76.8. But Paul Christensen for Greenville has 5 clean sheets. And also, Phil Brino leads the league in goals conceded with 1.8. But I don't think that's fair on him because of the 6-2 game. Carlos Merciana, I don't know how to say his last name. FC Tucson and William Pulisic, the suckier Pulisic brother, both are tied at 1.6.
First of all, his cousin. Two,
I mean,
he's doing more
yeah,
for
also-
his team. My Pulisic is doing more for my team than the other one is doing for anything he's done with Chelsea. Okay.
Yeah, this is also true. The man's giving up 1.6 goals per game. Not good.
And not to mention just the crime on hair care that Christian Pulisic is right now.
Yeah.
Shit looks like
he
a bad.
automatically take a L.
Yeah, shit looks like a bad mink coat.
He looks like he wants to be in a boy band.
Well, we saw that Vogue cover of him with those Chelsea boots on.
Oh, God.
The racism stompers.
The Adam Levine. I gotta find that photo where I had the track listing.
I feel like GQ just like takes these pictures horribly on purpose because I like never see a good one with American soccer players ever.
No, you'll never find one.
They always look like the biggest fucking goobers in the world.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make y'all laugh like shit. Hold on.
Like he's trying to do like the smoldering look, and instead he just looks like he's constipated.
Just give us fierce.
GQ
This-
Daily is a
Yeah,
must
this one right
read.
here.
That's the face that's gonna lead us to a World Cup, folks. Look at all this fucking big gay on the side. Look at all that. That is a hell of
It's
a lot
a
of big
massive ass
gay.
forehead.
He looks like a kid in Yogi's senior capstone class who didn't listen and didn't do his project, and I was like, wait, why the fuck am I in summer school right now?
Oh man, that's hilarious. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead. Let's talk about this week's coming group of games. Like I said previously, we got No Coach Chattanooga on right now. That game is 2-1 at this point right now. I'm pretty sure by the time we finish recording, Chattanooga would have found a way how to make this a draw. I'm assuming because that's very
There's
much
at least
Chattanooga's
two more
thing.
goals left in this match. There's at least 2 more goals. We got 20 minutes to get 2 more goals.
Because once again,
Damn, you that far behind?
I'm at 73.
I'm at the 73rd minute. Yes.
Yeah, I'm at 73.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm at 74:08. But okay.
Oh, yeah, you right ahead.
I would say
Look.
Mr. Ocho Cinco definitely picked a good game to watch.
Yeah. Yes, he did. This has actually not been too bad. Like,
No, it's
they're kind of chippy.
So tomorrow, guys, we got Union Omaha versus Charlotte.
Nope.
What's our thoughts on this game? How's this game going to go? Is Charlotte going to be stupid and score another 6 games, or are they going to give them 6? What's going to happen? Is Union Omaha going to get the revenge for the career goal that didn't go over? Is Jay Mims going to get sent off the sidelines?
Wouldn't it be the most Charlotte thing ever to let Omaha score 6 goals after Pride Razor's over?
Charlotte saying, oh, did they even have a Pride Raiser this shit? Never mind.
No, they
Probably
don't have
not.
fans. All their fans are Charlotte FC.
All I'm
fans.
saying is whoever had the megaphone during the Charlotte Ford Madison match, like, good job at not getting caught with a hot mic, because good Lord, you could hear that loud and clear.
Well, there's only 8 people in the stadium. That's not fucking
Yeah, but I
hard.
was just like, buddy, I hope you realize what position you are in, because if you say something, everyone will hear it. You can't you can't dig your way out of that hole.
Well, that's the problem too, is they mic up the supporter sections and then they hear a curse word and they're like, oh, yeah, you can't say curse words at a soccer game. It's on broadcast. Like, well, then why'd you put a microphone there? By the people who have a sign that say they're going to swear.
It's also true.
It's like
Also very true.
So the real question is, which Omaha? Did Omaha watch tape? And if so, Omaha, which game are you modeling it after? Are you modeling it after the Chattanooga, the Kickers, or MCFC? Are you gonna play super crazy fast for the first 40 minutes and then let them try to tire themselves out? You're gonna play you actually have to play soccer and have a defense and beat them tactically? Or are you just going to say crack cocaine is my best friend and just go at them for 90 minutes? And they have no idea.
I think
I feel like it's going to
all those
be more
scenarios
the
you know about
former.
winning this game.
Yeah.
Mm.
I think you're going to see the normal Omaha kind of oddly defensive. Like, that's the big thing, is everyone last year was like, oh, Omaha's the offensive team. It's like, well, no, Omaha's the defensive team that turns that into offense. You know, that, and I think that's what it's going to be again today, that we're going to let them come at us. We're going to take our presses when we can get them and go off those. I don't really think Jay is going to switch it up too much for Charlotte. That being said,
I feel like with that pitch, just let Charlotte make dumb mistakes. Just
Yeah. That's
all you gotta do.
that was the NCFC game plan, was we're gonna sit back, we're gonna play our style of like letting you try to attack, letting you try to build, and then we're gonna turn it into offense. And I think those are the 3 styles that people are starting to realize. It's just Ford couldn't capitalize on that at all. They just came out super flat, so they never got a chance to get into that either attack, or, you know.
Well, the thing is, like, Charlotte and Ford low-key play the same. They both play a 3-4-3, and they want to get wide. The thing is, with Charlotte, you have to do is literally force Charlotte to play in the middle.
Yeah.
If you force Charlotte to sit there and try to, like, play in the middle, you got Charlotte beat because they can't do it.
And good luck getting wide in Omaha.
Right. You're not going to get wide. So, I hate to say it, like, Sis, number 6 for Charlotte, he panics under pressure underneath the ball. He panics. So it's like if you force him to have to make a pass, he's going to panic. And the way how Charlotte rotate goalkeepers, good God, you almost not the team you would have a rotating door of goalkeepers against.
On the road, especially.
Yeah, on the road. Like, I got Union winning this easy. If this is not a clean sheet, like 3-0, 4-0, somebody got to be running gases after the game.
I thought Union was going to blow away Tucson when that happened, and it took them a lot longer than they did. I'll say 2-0 win for Omaha.
I'm going to also go 2-0 Omaha.
All right.
That seems right. And I think that's the big thing too with the rotating goalkeepers. That's like the guy who is heading up your defense, and you keep switching it out. And especially against a team like Omaha, if you rotate too much, it's like shit. That's no consistency for that back line. And Omaha's not the team you want to fuck around with. I know that's a big thing that's been said about Jay is that he likes younger guys because they come in and they buy in. And that's the big thing about Omaha is Omaha is always like a pretty disciplined team because he gets guys that come in, believe in the system, and play their part in that system. And if you don't want to play your part, you're not getting minutes. And, you know, that's the thing about this league is people make dumb decisions. And if you're in the position to make them pay for it, you're going to make them pay for it. Like, I feel like a lot of times it's not about winning. It's about just like doing less stupid shit.
It is. It's a team who does the least dumb stuff that's going to be more consistent. That's really what it is.
It's
And the thing
either
with
you
Charlotte-
need someone that can take the game and win it on their own, or you don't make dumb, or you limit your dumb mistakes. It's got to be one or the other.
Right. And the thing is, like, the goalkeeper position is almost like fairly similar to the quarterback position in American football. Whereas, like, if you have two quarterbacks, you don't have a quarterback. It's the same thing with goalkeepers. If you have 2-3 goalkeepers, you don't have a goalkeeper. Because every goalkeeper is different. You have some goalkeepers that want to come off their lines. You have some that want to stay on the line. Some that comes across, and some that don't. Some that play well for their feet. Some that don't. Like, there's no consistency building up between that back line. You know. So yeah, that's enough about that game. We're going to move on to Saturday, where there's only 2 games happening. I think you'll be able to watch both because I think
You
Richmond
will.
started up at 6:30 and Fuego's at what 10:30.
It's 7 and 10:30.
7 and 10:30. Okay, so you got Richmond playing against North Carolina, a team they have not beaten yet in USL League One, and then you got Fuego versus Southern Georgia Tormenta. We'll start with Richmond, North Carolina, guys. Does North Carolina did they right the ship? Two bad losses, I remember, right? Richmond finally got the monkey off their back against FC Tucson. Can they get another monkey off their back and get a win against a team they have not beaten yet? Or we're looking at a draw? What are we looking at, guys?
It's tough because it's like you have 2 teams that just played a couple days ago.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to be on tired legs. And including that, you have Richmond who are playing their, 3rd game in 8 days.
Yeah.
I'm going to say a draw.
Richmond traveled longer. We went to Greenville and back in a day, and
this is going to be a slog of a match.
Yeah.
Like this is
gonna
going
be
to be
slow.
the honestly. Do I have to watch this? Yes.
I'll be having tacos and tequila, so I'll watch the highlights. So I'm gonna go 2-1.
This is definitely the game where if you are celebrating this weekend by going to like the lake or the pool or something, and you have one too many beers and you take a little beer nap, just take a little beer nap during this game. You know, take a little hour nap, wake up, probably didn't miss anything, and get ready for Fuego South Georgia later on in the night. Because I don't know. I think this game's not going to be very
Like
pretty.
this is going to be the game where it's like if I were to pull this game up during the dinner of the wedding, I'm pretty sure people would look at me and be like, "What the fuck are you doing? Why are you doing this?"
You'd probably be like, "Why the fuck am I doing this?"
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm not.
You know he's still going to do it. You know he's still
Oh,
going
for sure.
Nah, I'll check.
Yeah.
I'll check. I'll check the score. I'll check to see what the score is. I'm not watching it. Absolutely not.
Oh, this is for sure. Like Shout comes on, and Kyle's like, "I'm not dealing with this dumb shit," and then goes over in the corner,
no.
sips a beer, and watches like 5 minutes of this game. And then it's
Footloose
like,
is going to come,
what
and
the fuck am I doing?
I'm immediately walking away.
fucking Footloose. I don't know, man. This game gonna be interesting because you got a couple of storylines in this. You got Bolaños, who's making his case to be a dark horse MVP pick. He scored or assisted in 5 straight games. You got Olex returning to Richmond, and he's been. I know Grant is top of the Golden Boot race, but correct me if I'm wrong, but Olex has been the catalyst for this team. Like he's been the one.
Yeah, like
Oh,
when
like-
he gets his chances, him and Showcat, when they get their chances, they've been like producing. So it would be cool to see them like ball out, especially Alex going back to his old team and old stadium, really, and showing off a little bit.
Yeah, I think the real thing about this, I think Richmond can win this game in the first 15, but they can also lose this game in the last 15, based on legs. Like if Richmond comes out and show like, all right, we bowed it, we got this, and put William Pulisic under fire, I think you can get away from North Carolina. But if this game is still tight with the last 15 minutes and them legs get heavy, I think North Carolina can.
Oh yeah, because we can bring Molina off the bench if he's not starting. We can bring Showcat off the bench.
Yeah.
We got Alex here. It's just Cole Frame, Cervinia. Yeah, we've got players that can come off the bench and like make a difference. So
right, and Richmond right now is hurt defensively with Ani being out. I don't know how long he's out for. I'll try to find out tomorrow, but. Yeah.
That's also another thing with this league. You don't know who's hurt. Yeah. You don't know who's not. There is no such thing as an injury report.
No. Because I didn't know Neil was out with an injury until last night. I was like, what is this?
That was my fun. I think that was one of my favorite parts was just like the last week with like the Henny Derby. And it's like the podcast like, oh yeah, no new injuries. I was like, Drew Connor literally left a game right after like 10 seconds in the second half. And he is not on the bench. Like he's hurt. We don't need to lie.
Yeah, why are we doing this? Since probably Fuego Tormenta, guys, I think this might be the chaos game of the year. This game's gonna be dumb. What do we expect out of this matchup? Also, by the way, check out I can't remember. I think the name of the podcast is El Fuego Pod. They do a good job as well. Shout out to them.
What were the scores? What were the scores for Richmond versus NCFC?
I say 1-1 draw.
Yeah, I think all of us would draw.
Oh no, I said 2-1 win. What?
You said 2-1 win?
My team.
I'll go 2-1 Richmond. I think we get another monkey off our back.
That's just too much tired legs.
If the only way we're going to beat NCFC is at home, I think we can get it. That's the only way we can beat y'all right now is at home.
Yeah. All right.
So Fuego Tormenta, guys, what do we got?
Chaotic, absolute nonsense. This is gonna be. Fun.
I say that, but it's literally gonna be like 1 maybe, and I think and Fuego wins 3-1. That's all. That's what I got.
Tormenta already ended the month out without a win. Do you think they start the month out again that way, Chuck? Like, God.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I love Tormenta. I mean, that's why I have that dumb lightning bolt and Tormenta colors that you can't see when I make the back of my screen pink. But yeah, I mean, they were doing so well, and I think they need to. I think I was talking to some guys from Tormenta. I think they have 6 starters injured right now.
Oh, yeah, well, also the last thing is they played Fuego back on May 21st. Scored that game 4-0 Fuego.
Mm-hmm. But I think the big thing is with Tormenta is like drive to survive. Like you got your 6 guys that are hurt. Let's just like stay in the competition until they get back, and then maybe we can find ourselves in the same form we were in the beginning of the year. With this year, it's like just keep close, and then try to push at the end. But yeah, I mean, I think it'll be a good game. I just don't think Georgia has the horses right now, unfortunately, just due to the injuries and everything else.
Do they have the ability to park the bus? Like to sit back and play defense?
The other thing here is Phelps is on a red card. Phelps has gotten 2 red cards this year, both First Union Omaha, so he'll be sitting out. So you have a big cog. I don't know if he's necessarily like an all-11 or second team all-11 defender this year, but he's pretty damn good. And you're going to be without him again, traveling all the way across the country. And especially going like Fresno to Savannah, this might be a 4-stopper for these guys. Like this is not like an easy flight.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I have Fuego winning 3-1. I have Fuego winning 3-1. It's just I am concerned about Tormenta and this slide. Like this is like Tormenta's lost in like just not winning games in every fashion. It's not like they're we're just unable to score goals or we're just allowing them. But it's like they've had games where they've had chances they can't capitalize. They've had games where they offensively just have nothing. They have games where they're defensively falling apart and making stupid decisions like the penalty they give up against Omaha. There's just a lot of – it's just not good vibes down there right now. And unfortunately, with all the injuries and Phelps' suspension, I don't think that turns around.
Yeah, that's very true. So moving on, we'll move on to FC Tucson versus Greenville Triumph. Guys, does Greenville stay at the top of the table, or does FC Tucson finally get a home win?
Yeah,
What we got here?
You messed up that bit. I think Greenville wins this game.
This is gonna be the stupidest draw I've ever seen. This is a draw.
Does Tucson continue to play spoiler on this one? Like,
Omaha kind of needs them to if they want to win the regular season.
Yeah.
Need to drop somewhere, and that's a great game to drop right there.
I am convinced that every week there is a USL League One result where everyone just goes, "What the fuck is this?" And this is going to be that result.
So
it's going to be.
I'm leaning that way. I think
stupid
this might be the
2-2
what
draw.
the fuck result of the week.
It's going to be a 2-2 draw,
think
and
John
no one's going
Harkes
to
is going
explain
to
it.
be like, we just going to sit in. Like, we're just going to play defense. Because next week you're at home against Central Valley Fuego. Like, on,
well, depending on what happens
Here's what's
with
going to
that
happen.
Fuego.
Tucson's going to take a 2-0 lead, and everyone's going to be like, "What the fuck is going on?" And Greenville's going to be able to come back and draw, and it's going to be like, "What?" Tucson's going to go out and do well for like the first 30 minutes because it's going to be a 2-2 draw because Tucson fucked it all up, and everyone's still going to be like, "Greenville, what are you doing?"
Right. I know we got the Greenville homies in the chat saying 1-0, 2-1. And they're not wrong. Like, that can literally happen.
Sure.
And you can also see the case where John Hawks is like, bro, we going to park this bus and force Tucson to break us down.
But why would you want that? Why would you?
Because that's Greenville's MO. Like, how many times have we seen it for Greenville go on the road, park the bus, and come out with a 1-0 win on the road?
Sidebar: there are 7 minutes of stoppage in this NoCo Chattanooga.
Why?
That's why there's 2 goals happening.
Please
We are
don't.
not walking away with a draw.
I'm leaving here with something.
It's either going to be 2-1 Greenville. It's 2-1. I know that's the scoreline, but it's going to be Tucson or Triumph.
I'm
It
going
could
with a
literally
draw.
go
I'll
either
go
way.
1-1 draw.
I'm going 2-2 draw. Like I said, this is going to be this. I'm going to watch this game and be like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, this is going to be the what the fuck result of the week. That's a new segment from now on. The what the fuck game of the week.
Is that our new game? Chip,
Yeah.
I don't have score predictions for you for any of these games.
Which ones? I said them.
I said Chip.
Chip's
Oh,
giving
shit.
predictions.
Oh shit, yeah.
Maybe not for this game, but other games he has.
Yeah, I said 2-0 Omaha Charlotte.
Okay.
1-1 Kickers NCFC. 2-1 or 3-0 Fuego Georgia. And then this game 2-1 Greenville, I think is where we're going with this one.
Ooh.
Sorry, I think I was
Okay.
nodding along instead of giving my scores in the affirmative. My bad. Also, I'm afraid that we're going to start tracking these predictions, and I'm going to look like a real idiot.
One of
If
these
anyone-
days, one of these
if
days,
anyone
we're
really
gonna
wants
get
to go
like
through
high
all
ticket
that work
techie.
and tracking, feel free.
Or don't. Just don't do it.
You
We
take
take
this
that
tag
as
as
all
Twitter
of our-
account.
There goes all of our cred.
We had cred. Oh, shit.
Whatever.
I'm just saying. This is
Last-
that-
all right. Last game to wrap it all up to close out the week. We got NoCo taking on Fort Madison in the Dandelion Field of NoCo.
is that what we're
It's
calling
literally
it?
a Dandelion Field. It's a Dandelion.
I don't think
It's
they're
their
playing in
last
this
game
stadium.
there.
They're not playing in this stadium.
Well, so here's the crazy thing:
I think it's very fair to call this a stadium. This is a field.
I believe they're literally a field. It's a
This
meadow.
is a field.
It's a meadow.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, Julie Andrews is going to come out at halftime and do like the Sound of Music or some shit out there.
The only thing whiter than this field is Jimmy Oblada's shirt.
Bam.
What?
Ain't
Look
gonna
at
lie,
his shirt.
bro. Jimmy's shirt be tight as hell. That shit be tight.
It's the
He
fish
is
and
ready to
peanut
hit up
butter.
South Beach.
Oh, this
Like,
is their
they-
last game there.
I've been
Barry.
saying that they're moving to Colorado State starting Tuesday.
Oh.
Yeah, well, I think they're playing at the football field, which has a capacity of 41,000 people.
Great.
So that's
So it's gonna be
41,000
like
people for 10 people to show up.
It's gonna be like, well, the funny thing is, like, half of them are gonna show up in Greeley like 20 minutes before kick and be like, oh shit, we're supposed to be in Fort Collins. Better get back in the car and drive 40 minutes.
Well, Fort Mass to go to the right stadium. That's gonna be but still.
Wouldn't that be like the most League One thing ever?
That would be.
Madison just shows up in Greeley and they're like, where's
Oh,
everyone?
jeez.
It'd be funnier if Noco was the one to show up to the wrong stadium.
Please.
Half the team goes to Fort Collins, the other team's here at Colorado State, and the coach is at the Dandelion Field.
It's like, where is everyone?
Coaches is at
that'd be
one
so
stadium, players are at the other stadium. Bus took them 2 different places.
Right.
ESPN trucks in Denver for some reason.
Ross is trying to figure out where the hell he's supposed to, what is going on.
Ross just like, we're in Colorado, I think. Maybe Wyoming. We're not sure. We're somewhere.
They're
We're
in
here,
Kansas.
folks.
They're in Kansas.
Yeah, we're somewhere in the Rocky Mountains
Zion
right now.
is not the best dressed coach in the league. This man wore a sweater in Richmond humidity. Hell
Why?
no.
Ross is going to be like, why am I calling the Switchbacks game? This is not what I was told.
Hey, Gio, get me a pic or a screen
Is somebody
grab.
about to get a yellow card?
Gio, get me a screen grab of Zayed in his sweater. I've got a joke I want to get off.
But also, it's a 2-2 draw for Noco forward.
I'll go 3-2 forward on this one.
Ooh.
2-1
Wow.
There you go,
I'll go
2-1
3-2
Noco.
forward.
I'll say 2-1 forward just because they've had a little bit more. They've had enough rest now. It's been almost like 10 days.
Wow.
Chip, you said what?
2-1 Noco.
Ooh.
And I'll make it even spicier. Madison, after a bad result, is going to rotate out the goalkeeper, and it's not going to go well in Noco.
I'm still sticking with 2-1 Madison just because they'll have had enough rest while Noco is playing this game. And what? Oh my. That was a choice. Yeah, I'm going to say 2-1 Madison. Pressure legs.
I think it's going to be 3-2. I think it's going to be 3-2. It's going to be all out attack. Like, there's going to be dumb goals. It's going to be a banger.
Oh yeah, one. There will be a banger. I don't know who scored said banger, but there will be a banger of a goal.
Are we about to debate best dressed coach? That's a different podcast. Like we got, we're going
not
an hour and a
doing it because
half.
I'm not. I got to do research. I got to look into this.
I'm not debating about a coach that wears a goddamn sweater in Richmond humidity. We're not doing this.
Okay, but there's 10 other coaches.
Yeah.
Right. And all these other
it's
coaches
not Derek
look the
because Derek
same.
can't be walking in all black. That's not going to get you to
Right.
win.
You know what?
Oblina literally wears the same outfit every week.
Yeah, he looks like a cater waiter.
Right.
We're gonna bring
Here's the
Gio
peanut
on
butter
the
and
pod.
fish.
We're gonna bring Gio on the pod, and we're just gonna do the best dressed coaches from best to worst. And then we're gonna do the debate of who's the best at FIFA in terms of coaches, best to worst. We're just gonna.
I wonder how many of these coaches even know about FIFA.
Some of these coaches are fathers, so they should.
That don't mean shit.
So
Eh,
your father doesn't mean you know FIFA.
My father certainly does not know what FIFA is.
That's fair.
I mean, my dad knows what FIFA is because my brother and I kept taking him to the store to buy a bunch of FIFAs. And there are a lot of fights over FIFA.
That's fair. Oh, game ended 2-1 for all those who are not watching.
I'm surprised that it ended 2-1.
Honestly,
Somebody's going
same.
to get a red card.
The
Also,
end
I
was
think-
looking kind of dicey.
It was.
Someone
Also,
at Noco can get a red card.
Iman
That's
leads the
fine.
league in yellow cards per coach.
Was that?
I think Iman leads the league in yellow cards per coach because this is his second one.
Are we counting assistant coaches? Because I'm sure one of Ford Madison's has got a couple on them.
Probably.
John Bradford has 2 yellow cards now.
He has 2, so yeah, they probably are tied.
Also, these hairstyles are so not the business. And also, who printed these kits? Because why is Voodoo Ranger at the logo?
So that shit is like here. That shit is like neckline. Like whoever did this is bad. Because there's so much space.
You gotta fire the kit man. Or woman. Or non-binary. You gotta fire them.
And the thing is, we already know Puma kits are already tight.
Right.
Like that J look like a trading bra across their shirt.
It makes no sense. Why is Voodoo Ranger is literally at their nipples? I'm trying to figure it out. Like nothing makes sense. Oh God. All right, we can't do this. We're already on an hour and a half, y'all.
Well, hey, look, we were already talking about the Meg Thee Stallion video. That's great.
The Puma is jumping off the Voodoo Ranger.
Hey, what coach do you think Lee would know about Meg Thee Stallion?
That's why Ocho Cinco's watching this. He was waiting for that moment.
You know,
Welcome to Walking 90 After Dark.
Hell yeah.
The deep voice.
I'm gonna find that Meg Thee Stallion video and just tweet it out and be like, "This is the league. This is the league."
Bring in a lot of unnecessary horniness. Or I'm gonna wake up and see the Twitter notification and be like, "What? This is dumb."
Right. I'm like, please no.
God, that's gonna be the problem. I'm gonna have to
why do we have dick pics in our mentions right now? What's happening? What is it?
Too late.
Someone's gonna talk about pre-cum
God.
and be like, "Why? Why is this conversation happening?"
I think Yogi's dehydrated from all that soccer and needs to drink some more water. Getting delusional.
There's in more ways than one, apparently. Good lord.
If this is the reason why the league will never hire us, you know, we can do wonders for the league. Sir, why did you tweet a video of Meg Thee Stallion shaking her ass? Well, hey, look. We had a conversation about the circumference of it and how it's distracting on the field. And while Charlotte has given up 17 goals this month because this league is utterly fucking stupid.
And that's where we gotta end it there.
That's our time, y'all.
See y'all.
That is a fitting. God damn it.